Hello, hello, everyone. I assume I can be heard. Usually, this has been working pretty consistently. There we go. We are good. We are good. I see y'all have been chit-chatting. Let's see, what did I miss? Waves. Hey, Sue. Good to see you here. Yay, birthday stream. Oh, snap. Happy birthday, Cam. Good to have you here. What are you doing for your birthday? What did you get for cake or presents? I don't know how you celebrate, actually. It's different for everybody. Happy birthday. Aw. Glad you decided to join us on planet Earth. That's so sweet. Yes, you can be heard. Awesome. Good, good, good. We went to Olive Garden together. Oh, that's so sweet. That's so sweet. Just holding hands amongst the breadsticks. Ah, that sounds delicious. It's been a while since we've gone there. Should mention that. Oh, hold up. Eat self. I have a feeling that now I'm breaking from hyperfixation land. My brain is gonna come scream at me soon. You might be creating, like if you just keep fearing that, you might create it. But your best bet's probably just to relax and kind of just enjoy yourself and not let that build up in the back of your head as a big scary thing. Hayden got me a necklace and fingernail polish. Aw, what kind of necklace and what color polish? Hello, Amelia. I paid for dinner without Cam noticing until it was too late, like a gentleman. I love that little gremlin face there. I've done that before too. My uncle also likes to do that. I don't want to relax. Relaxing is how the memories come out. That is your body feeling safe enough to process things that need to be processed. So by you resisting relaxation, you are making yourself sicker. Gonna let that one sink in. Yeah, thank you all for being here. I really appreciate it. We got a nice little audience going here on YouTube and Twitch. The TikTok people come in and out. I'm not as interactive as a lot of other ones, or pandering to children. So my TikTok activity isn't as good, but we've still got a good amount of people on the YouTube and the Twitch. Hello, Amelia. No, shush. Nope. I will encourage healthy habits until the day I die, of habits that I probably aren't healthy that I tried to stop. But I was trying the whole way. I need to see what Pokopia is like. Oh my god, I found a friggin' Ivysaur. Oh my god. Knows this and just doesn't want to deal. Yep, I'm the part of the universe that's here to tell you you need to relax and let yourself feel things and then experience the memories. Otherwise, you will make yourself sicker by not processing them. It's like you're constipating yourself. I'm sure people on TikTok have their attention spans too fried to watch a stream, lol. Yeah. Every once in a while, I'll get like a new follower out of it, and that's worth it, to have it going. But the YouTube's the one that's been picking up the most. I got 2 new followers off of the last stream, which was great. I wonder if I am your oldest watcher? Possibly. But everyone watches of every age group at this point. Especially with the diversity of topics that streams can be focused around, and then the diversity of the people of older ages. Or if you got another old timer, I don't know anyone that's up in your range unless you count my mother, who's older than you. She's early 60s. I don't want to deal. They make me mad. Mad, like, okay, that's part of it. That's part of the processing. You got to experience the anger. Not want you. You can rupture things if you refuse constipation. You'll just hurt yourself. I earned a recipe for listening to this Ivysaur. This Ivysaur taught me how to make the sign. I saw the sign. It opened up my eyes. I saw the sign. People constantly pissing me off by twisting my words an ish in the past. Oh, I hate that. Yeah, that's one of the worst. Having to deal with that in real time is especially the worst, when you're having to like dismantle it. And they're, yeah. Oy. But you're gonna have to feel it and process it. A grave with flowers to get Cubones. Hell yes. I do think it's funny that this game immediately was like, yeah, graves, death. Because this one up here is just an in-game thing that was here when I got here. They wanted me to add all this other stuff so that I could get a network. Oh my god. Yeah, it's diverse. Wonder if anyone else caught on to that being a song, lol. I did not. I'm so sorry. I think I'm feeling old today. It's It's weird. I mean, I'm only 39, but I can say from here that like getting older doesn't feel you don't when you get here you don't feel old and yet you do feel old. One of those it's very strange. You're in like a quantum state. Heisenberg's uncertainty elder. It's not even that they piss me off then because half the time I'm just confused how they came to that conclusion. It's later I realized they were reading something I wasn't fucking saying. Oh, like interpreting things that, yeah, the don't hear what I'm not saying. That was the autism awareness lady. That's what she was saying. She did like a campaign or a couple shorts about it. Oh wow, the I think that Litwick is uh is reigniting these on its own. I thought I was gonna have to tell it. I mean, I can still. Follow me, and then yep, thank you, and then I think it just keeps getting put out by the rain. Good thing I'll never get old, right, guys? Yep. Time will never pass. Cut to you at our funerals. I've noticed as you get older, you quiet down in some ways, but become louder and more focused in others. Yeah. It's for some of it, for me, it's like I just got tired dealing with this thing, or like sometimes my body's just finished processing it. Huh. I need to do something about this. This poor little guy's fires are getting put out. And I can't turn off the rain right now. It's relevant to the plot. Because I get painted as the bad guy in the moment, and of course that shit can't be fixed later when everyone has fucking already heard their version of the story. Boy. Yeah, being unable to fix your own reputation after the fact or in the moment is infuriating, especially when you're dealing with narcissists who are just always trying to spin things in their direction. Oh, damn. It should be noted that we do have Kirby-like abilities. Also, off in the distance, if you're wondering what the hell's going on, they're fixing a Pokemon Center back there. I need to go down here and grab some building materials. Amelia, you've had enough treats. Just come to a place where you don't care if they make you the villain. Be comfortable as the villain if need be. No, I'm not the villain. Yeah, it really depends on the person and the situation. And for me, it's very hard for me to allow myself to be made to look like the villain when I just got gaslit so goddamn hard as a kid and like smeared into silence and like all that other shit. All the shit that your abuser does to you to try to ruin your reputation. And I'm like, I'm 5. Why is this happening to me? So I definitely struggle with ever letting that kind of shit stand. Not a big fan of people rewriting history, I guess. Whoa. Oh, dude, like that time you got painted as a lover when I was trying to fucking say that having the mental illness doesn't automatically mean you act on that mental illness, and it can be treated with fucking therapy and shit. Yes. Yes, just be like, someone can have arson tendencies and not be an arsonist. Someone could have a homicidal impulses and not be a murderer. As long as they refrain and then obviously get help to subdue those compulsions. Well, we can't stop other people from being arseholes. That's true. Yeah, but when your own friends turn on you for shit you didn't say. Yeah, that is crazy. If it's shit you literally did not say. Let's see. Here's me. Good, good, good. Good, good. That's probably why I don't have friends. You have friends. But yeah, I've been wary of making friends, and then wary, and then I've had friends who have bigger friend groups, and then you just hear the drama that comes out of that, and it sounds exhausting, and then I just feel extra comfy over here in my small circle of friends. You do. There was a leaf den kit in there? Okay. That's weird. Yeah, I deal with all my... I mean... Sorry, what? I love the this Pokemon game's definition of a habitat. It's increasingly becoming just like furniture arrangements. That's a habitat. Every once in a while, an owl will spawn there. You know how it goes. Yeah, I have a hard time making friends IRL anymore because of that BS. They can get you literally fired or run you out of the area for shit you never said. Both of which happened to me. That's wild. And the other I feel like you need a spotter specifically because you have all the alters and you don't know, like, you need someone who's like tracking what you're saying and doing between alters. You need the stenographer, like a court, your personal stenographer, just to keep track. Yeah, for real, lol. I hear you. I don't deal well with drama either. Yeah, I'm always compassionate, but I'm always like, well, here's what's what, and I want to know what's going on underneath what's going, like, driving your behavior, but I really haven't had any deal with anyone. Well, not since my ex departed, but it's been a while since I've had to deal with anyone who's like, this person's really unreasonable. I sure am trying to maintain the relationship. I got burned on that real quick as a kid, and I just never got an appetite for it ever again. Oh. Matthew knows I get taken advantage of as well. I'm a person who wants to help, fix, nurture. Manipulative people recognize that and take advantage of me. I'm putting up boundaries, finally. That's what we like to hear. We like to hear someone finally putting up boundaries. Because not everyone makes it to the point where... I'm sorry. What? Oh, hell yeah, that's dope. No. But that's really cool. But yeah, it's... Unfortunately, I too am someone who will help who wants to help slash fix slash nurture, and my partner selection and friend selection abilities have been hampered by that. And then my mother has the same problem, just how she ended up married abusive men, unfortunately multiple times, just a sweet person, repeatedly preyed upon. Happened with Leah, it happened with Leah's mom. Like, it's just, and it's and like, how could it not be that way when we live on friggin' Epstein planet? Like, this place is insane. Like, the world makes more sense now that the Epstein files are out and you realize the level of depravity and the level of cruelty, and just, it's like, oh, how could things be this fucked up on the local level? Oh, things are fucked up in the macro. Like, it's a predator's paradise here in a lot of ways, and the rest of us are having to fight that. I met my neighbors once, and I don't know how to go back out whenever they talk to each other in the morning slash evening, because it's such a friendly neighborhood, but I don't want to be run out. People were so nice to me, and yet I can't show my face again just in fucking case. So you're saying you made a good impression, and now you don't want to make another impression just in case it goes wrong? Damn. I mean, I can see the efficacy of it. It's just, that's brutal. I will still help people, but I will decide in advance what I can and cannot do, and I am starting to say no. That's what we like to hear. And you've been very kind and generous with me, and I've always appreciated that, but I will always encourage you to take care of you, especially and that goes with anyone who spent a long period or a long life being taken advantage of. Like, you have to invest in yourself and your own happiness, and not give to people who are not reciprocal or just taking advantage of you, or just straight up abusive. And unfortunately, humans have like a really hard problem leaving familiar hells, even if unfamiliar heavens are like right there. Let's see. I agree. People also don't have patience anymore and loyalty of friendship. Yeah. Yeah. It's there's so much of that being decayed. There's so many things causing it. It's so heartbreaking. But I think things are better than we feel. There's just still a lot of awful things going on. It still hurts. Ooh, I love being taken advantage of because I'm too naive to understand that people can have bad intentions for me even when I'm good to them. Yep. That's been my whole life. And then just trying to fix people and best intentions. Wait, can I finally enter this area? I just walk out on people if they start using me now. That's the way. If someone won't put any effort into rebuilding themselves, I don't care anymore. It's a long time thing I've been doing. That's for the best. Not everyone can be helped, or helped by you, or helped by anyone in that moment, or ever. God, even when it feels like you should be able to, like Leah, like, you had lots of people trying to help her. You just have to, Nate. There are so many people who will use us and toss us aside when they no longer need us. Yep, predators. And unfortunately, this is Predator Planet. We live on Predator Island. on Predator Planet. And we have to be the ones who counter the predators. We have to be the Stegosauruses and the Triceratops and the Ankylosauruses. God, I had such a hard time leaving my familiar hell. I knew the shame that came from leaving and letting my parents know what happened and how they would react. Oof. Yeah. It's so hard to open up to your parents about. It's like, hey, I made a mistake. I was in a familiar hell, and it finally blew up in my face enough for me to pull away. Only people I haven't done that with were the ones I gave pieces of myself to, which is unfortunately a recent thing. Oof. Recent being relative, to be honest. I can name 2 people who didn't do shit to improve that I didn't walk out on. Not because they fought for me, but because my sense of self-worth relied on it. Yeah. Yeah, Sue. Hugs all around for the collective. Yeah, it's interesting how you can keep people in your life for the wrong reasons, but it with good intentions. Like so many of my exes I've been friends with, and then just goes awry, or I'm like, oh, they'll get better eventually, and then they never start treating me better eventually, and it's my bad for gravitating to the wrong people. It's hard, especially when they expect better of you and also know that they won't be understanding in the ways you wish. My mom's first instinct was to completely isolate my internet access when I was getting help from online friends and people I knew I could trust. Yeah, a mild overreaction. But yeah, I mean, it's like, as a parent, it must be so scary and like, it must be so hard to have a measured reaction. Like, in that moment. I mean, at least this means that you'll be more measured in your reaction if this ever happens with your own children, if you have any. I still don't see a way to feel worthy of love anymore. Well, everyone's worthy of that, but whatever. I'll just be alone till I die and my cats eat me. Everyone's worthy of love. It's just, can we be healthy, functional partners? That's always the bigger question. And then the even bigger question is, can you love someone healthily despite a dysfunction? I'm sorry, is it getting steamy up here? Am I in the clouds now? That's new. But I've come to appreciate the little mini friendships. Aw. Maybe they are big, huge, deep friendships, but the positive energy of casual friendships have their place. Wait. I can't go any further? I've reached the top? What? I can't go up there? No. Okay, I think I can't go up there yet. Because there's a gate over here that I haven't gone through. That's temporary. I'm like, there's no way. Every other peak in this game has been accessible. So did mine. It made me worse. Ugh. I don't need many friends myself. I'm an introvert, but I would love to have 1 or 2 good friends in my life. But I think for that to happen, I have to meet someone that gets me and stuff. Oh, we're all friends here. This is the 5-5 club. I don't know if you're also 5-5, but No, not everyone is worthy of love in the sense I'm talking about. Yeah, you'll have to be more precise and less vague with your definitions. Okay, at the risk of being too personal, I think you are very interesting and friendly, and I like you. Aw, that's so sweet. Oh, God. Oh, wow. Sorry. Then the rest of the responses... Oh, wow. The rest of the responses got real heavy. I was like, oh, that's so sweet. And then I was like, did they follow up? And it was like, oh, no. You're gonna get kicked out if you keep being a little criminal like this. Yeah, I was so depressed during that time. I was using my word girl hyperfixation at the time to help me cope with being abused. So being away from the one thing that brought me joy was horrible. Man, dude. And I assume you tried to tell them that. Or tried to communicate in some way. Merp, I starved myself to cope? Damn. Really goes to show my weight loss journey that I'm like, damn, I should try that. I haven't tried an eating disorder yet. Maybe I should do that for my weight loss. I joke. I should just take walks, goddammit. I did, and they wouldn't even let me on Tumblr. Damn. Well, I know you won't repeat these mistakes with your parents. Because I feel like part of the problem is, like, not having internet-savvy parents. Like, parents that don't understand internet culture and the internet's, like, place in a person's life. Hey, off-topic, Matthew, how do you like this game? This game's fantastic. Oh, thank God it stopped raining. I can stop worrying about all the fire Pokemon. I do think this would be a nice spot for a lot of the fire and rock Pokemon. I want to extend this up here, that there's more areas for, I could create more little jut out areas so that Pokemon that are fire types can be free from the rain. Woo, I'm having a hot flash. I think my keyboard is melting. No. Set out the fire. Get the fire extinguisher. Get the dry ice. Peter runs in with a bucket of water like an old-timey cartoon. It was the fact they were punishing me further when I think I was very much punished enough from abuse itself. Yeah, that doesn't make sense to, like, punish the person who was getting abused, right? And that's way too common a thing. I remember in school, like, whenever I would get bullied or, like, beat, like, I'd be in trouble too. And I was like, what did I do? Exist? In terms of worthy of love, I mean, someone who deserves a decent romantic partner. Not everyone deserves that because some aren't ready to treat a partner right in a damn relationship, and some of those will never be. I see myself as the latter. Oh, I think that's unfair. I mean, we all need things to like get better at, and as I've heard, you've had your ups and downs, but I wouldn't give up on yourself permanently. You still got years, if not decades. Like, that's time to heal, that's time to grow, that's time to find a person. I'm kind of asexual, so I'm never very romantic oriented, probably for the best. Yeah, I'm not super sexually oriented. Relationship, companionship oriented, not... Like, the idea of a hookup, it really bores me. I've had them, but it's... Just in general, it's like... I'd rather talk to a person. I've been engaged 5 times and married twice. At some point, you gotta realize there's one common factor. And yeah, but then, like, inside of that one common factor are multiple factors that need to be taken into account. And one of those factors is the progress of your mental health treatment. And the further you get in that, the more you'll be capable of having a healthy relationship. Don't give up on yourself. Me and Peter are both asexual, but we are in a relationship, although that confuses some people. No, not confusing at all. Asexual means you're not interested in sex. You can have romance without sex. Okay, cool, you get it. Yeah. I mean, Leah and I were in a similar situation. We've both been in relationships with narcissistic abusers. And in both situations, we'd thought we were with, you know, like our life partner, our end game, like we were gonna have kids with these people, and then they fucking ran us through and ruined our shit, and we just, like, our nervous systems couldn't go down that path again. And so we were in this really cute, like, no sex, no romance, but still, like, loving companion girlfriend boyfriend thing, and it was very sweet. I just wish, I don't know. Anyway, sorry. What, is that a fossil? I'm sorry. A shield. I'm sorry, do I get to revive these Pokemon and exhibit? Oh no, I can display fossils. Well, that's how Peter and I are. Aw, we are companions and life partners, but we are not interested in sex. We both were just born that way. Aw, that works so perfectly. That's way better, to just be born that way and not be like, yeah, so things were so bad that our nervous system just couldn't do it the old-fashioned way. Yeah, your setup is better. I'm glad you two found each other. That's so sweet. What? Onyx, what are you doing? You're just, like, chewing. Okay, whatever. How much? Wait. What's the time left? It'll be done tomorrow. Stop rebuilding? No. Onyx is just biting, right? But he was super necessary to the build. He was like a first on the list of the... I had to get like 6 Pokemon together to help with this. And he was top of the list. He's just... Meh. My mental health recovery is being held back by my reluctance to feel shit as strongly as I do. I know it. I'm sure you have figured it out too. Yup. It's some bullshit. Any advice I've given to handle it has come from people who don't experience emotions as strongly. Waiting to hear from someone who actually feels shit. I mean, someone who actually feels shit, you gotta feel that fucking shit. Look, I'm going through, like, deep grieving right now. You gotta just let it happen. Like, it will tear through you like diarrhea at times. You just have to let it happen. You just have to feel it. And we both felt like we were forced into more traditional sexual roles early in life and are glad to do away with it. Yeah, traditional roles and such, which is always funny to me because as a Quaker, the idea of traditional roles, traditional Quaker roles are like whatever you can do. God, I'm drawing Furshin to get over these jank ass emotions. Damn, dude. I'm sorry we gave you some jank ass emotions, but I'm glad you're doing something creative to get out the energy of it. I'm so fucking done feeling shit all the damn time, and adding more emotions pisses me off. Ah. See, that's the problem, is you're gonna have to keep doing that until something in you crystallizes in a positive direction. That's how I've been experiencing it. Is like look at chemical reactions where they have to there's often like activity and then a solidification, and eventually these things coalesce. I want to play this game, Matthew, but I don't want to spend the money on a new Switch, lol. And that's fair. That's why I told you about Tomodachi Life, is because that has a Switch 1 version. And it has similar, like, designing an island, like, thing to it, while also you can just add whoever you want to it and just have fun. I saw it. I wasn't sure what I thought about it. Yeah, it can be a hard sell at times. But it is so whimsical, and it's... the more people you add to it, the funnier it gets. And for me, it's been great, like... with, like... I played the original Tomodachi Life on the 3DS back when I was living in Michigan, away from all of my family. And so I would put all of my friends and family in it. And just sort of, kind of like how people do with The Sims, and just muck about and then share silly things with them. Once we are moved and settled in, I'll feel more comfortable spending the cashola. Now that I'm not supporting someone, I got extra cash. Hell yeah. Not supporting an ungrateful fool. Eventually it gets better. Fucking when? Why haven't I gotten fucking better yet? Tell me how the fuck long I have to experience this shit. Yeah. Yeah. It's... I'm sorry, what's happening? A wooden pillar recipe set. It's something extra good. I don't know, the only thing that I really recently, like, life sucks and then you die, is something my mom told me, and it's so fucking true. Damn, dude, it doesn't have to all be... doesn't all have to be bitter. Even though there's plenty to be bitter about. Trust me. I know, and I have always known. But that I have always also been capable of extracting deep joy and beauty out of this world, despite all that. Through a lot of video games and good family and my own ability to make myself laugh and a cheery disposition that I got from my mother. There's many ways that this comes from a place of privilege, but there's also a lot of things where I had to, like, a lot of mental mechanisms that I've had to create and mental work to do to be this functional despite the shit I've been through. But yeah, unfortunately, the most recent thing where I'm like, where I've felt similar, where like, why isn't this better yet? What the hell is the point of all this prolonged suffering? I don't know. Finding logic and meaning in it, like, is both. It's like, oh, that gives me great clarity, and there's something peaceful in that. But even having that peace and clarity doesn't make it hurt less a lot of the time. Ah. See, now you're talking like a Quaker. Even the rare times I feel good, I quickly realize others are suffering and I can't do shit to stop it, and it ruins the mood. Yeah, that's one of the things I have a lot of, I struggle with. I call it the field of skulls. Especially if I'm experiencing a problem or I encounter a horrible problem for the first time, I will realize that there are other people who have dealt with this, or are dealing with this, or are suffering. And I sort of look into the distance in my mind's eye, and there's that field of skulls of people who have suffered and or died because of this. And then like the next worst one is the field of people actively suffering of it. At the risk of sounding contrary, and I don't mean it in a contrary way, but I don't think life sucks. I think it's indifferent, it's harsh, and some of us are better at extracting what we want from life. I've had to learn to extract joy and meaning from my hobbies. I'm getting better and better at drawing by the day, hell yeah. I can't wait to see what it becomes in a couple years. Life being indifferent is what makes it suck. Well, I do concur, it can suck. I might not understand or know a lot of things, but I know what I like to do. I know I can find joy in something simple, even when things are bad. Yeah, it's one of those things, right? Where I've felt both sides of it, like of what everyone is saying here. Where like, I don't think life sucks, and there's tons of joy and beauty and wonder and meaning to be extracted from it. But at the same time, the life in the universe, it at least moves indifferently a lot of the time. It feels cruel. It feels inhumane a lot of the time. Even if you look as far down as nature itself, like, it's not, there is a darkness to it, but without light, there is no shadow. Without shadow, there is no light. Like, what is beauty if we cannot like understand the horror, we cannot understand the beauty type of thing. But like, all of that philosophical and metaphysical stuff aside, the suffering remains real, right? And that's where like all of that philosophical and metaphysical stuff, and even the religious stuff, can just go out the window, because on a practical, tangible level, here in the now, in the present, there's suffering. And when you are in the middle of intense suffering, like the why God, why, and the what the fuck is the point, and it's all you can think about. I envy my husband. He's a true introvert. He could go live for 10 years completely alone in Alaska or something and be fine, lol. I'm almost a full introvert, but not quite. I still need like a tiny bit of social interaction. Yeah, I'm in a, like, I think I could make the mistake. I think I could do what Peter wanted to do with going to Alaska like that. But I'm sorry, a gaming bed? Yes, please. Um, but I think that if I did it, it would not be healthy. Like, for me, healthy is what you've got going on. I could do with a little more going outside and talking to people. Um, but usually I'm pretty insular. People who are indifferent to suffering tend to cruelty. Same with the rest of the universe. I'm an extrovert who was forced to live as an introvert because of how other people perceive me. Interesting. But now you get to live as an extrovert and or as just a person, because you'd just be like a person. Ambivert. That's the other one. I was trying to think, like, well, there is a term for the middle, and it's ambivert. I think the suffering comes about because we evolved to help each other, but the greedy people have been raising us and brainwashing us to be tiny islands and survive without help. But we are literally evolved to be at our best by supporting each other. Yes, we're definitely, it's a divide and conquer strategy, and it's in action every single day. It's literally destroying the country and humanity, and I really hope a lot of very awful people have very terrible days for the rest of their very short lives. So if you are suffering, you should be surrounded by other humans ready to help. Yes. Sorry about my bad spelling and typing, guys. Sorry. No worries. But yeah, like what you're describing is sort of like elephants circling, right? Like when an elephant is injured, or when younger or sick elephants are under threat, we all circle up. Yeah, well, we can't do shit to fix that. That's why life sucks and then you die. But we can do something about it. Can't do shit to fix what? Which part? And I mean, half the battle is really not giving up. But the other half, but then like a quarter of the battle is knowing when to rest and stop banging your head against something, because it might not happen immediately or as quickly as you want. Pokemon Center music. I'm just wandering around. I'm just wandering around. Elevated grass. We've been yapping so much. I haven't really had a chance to mention the game as much. That's funny. And the thing is this game has been like really natural for me to just like roll around in and just keep going. Just in the background, just pulling up plants, inhaling, watering. There is something very peaceful and meditative about it. And then looking for these little thingamajigs. Elevated tall grass. Man. Okay. I remember that. Oh, wait. I see light. I remember that Brianna told me that it's important to not overly linger in this main area despite it being very tempting. Hold up. I'm gonna plant these. Do, 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 do. Bum, 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 na, 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 na. Let's see. There are many choices on how to handle things. Not all are advisable. I'll tell you something you might not know about. So in Ireland, gas prices have topped out at £10 a liter. There's a huge tax in Ireland on fuel as well, and the government has refused to remove or reduce the tax, so the population has been driving tractors, cars, and trucks and blocked the entrances to the main highways, shutting down the country. So now the Irish president is now ready and willing to discuss a reduction. I love it. I love it. That's the nice thing when your country is small enough and coordinated enough that you can just like truly force a sit-in like this. It's fantastic. Oh man, the gas prices are insane. Good Lord. Would you say it's a lot like Animal Crossing in the way that you can do your own thing without having to worry as much about missions or hand-holding stuff? I mean, that's a really good question, and I'm not sure I can say yes. Because there has been some mission-specific stuff here early on. But, like, all the little... It's kind of like a lot of little missions, and then you just kind of... you're just kind of having fun doing it, though. It's more like a lot of little missions that keep chaining you on, and your dopamine chains, like, I do this one, I do that one, I do this one, and I help that Pokemon. But there are enough, like rebuilding the Poke Center required me gathering materials, unlocking Pokemon. And so every little mission just sort of is going to be something you're going to want to do anyway. Or you're going to do naturally anyway. Ah! Okay. And then let's plant a bean seed. Then I need to empty my pockets because I got way too much. Yeah, well, that's Ireland. No one is doing anything in Murica except for one-day walkouts that don't do shit to anyone. Yeah. I have no idea what the hell it's going to take around here. If anything. I don't know. Really, we just need some Praetorian Guard type thing. We need Secret Service to handle this one. We need Secret Service to pull a reverse Secret Service. At first, the Irish president called in the Irish army to remove the vehicles, and the Irish army arrived in tanks, looked around and went to lunch, decided not to get involved. That's the spirit. That's one of the other big things we need is the military's cooperation or lack of cooperation. That is usually how the big coups happen. Let's see. We got a boop bap boop bop boop ba-doo. Sort. Wow, I got a lot of leaves. I need more boxes. I need more boxes. Alright. I'm gonna do... I got so much... I'm a little overwhelmed. There's a little overwhelmed by the amount of stuff I've got and can do. At this point, we're likely... I just heard a story about a guy who set fire to a Kimberly-Clark warehouse. Although I do not necessarily promote that thing, I do recognize why they did it. Yeah, God, was that Kimberly Clark? I saw that it was a warehouse. I did not know it was Kimberly Clark. Just amazing that companies think they can just neglect and have no consequences. At this point, we most likely need another civil war. I hate that fact, but we're getting closer to it every day. I hate that fact too, but I feel like it doesn't even need to be a civil war. It just has to be like, I mean, it really depends on your definition of civil war, right? Like, it wouldn't be like Civil War I. I feel like this civil war would be more like torches and pitchforks as you like rip people who went to Epstein Island out of their homes to the guillotines. It seems to be the vibe that I'm feeling out in the world. It doesn't seem like oh, the South will rise again. I think if we were to do a full work week walkout, it would make a difference. I do too, but I don't know. They would. I feel like they would do everything in their power to hold everyone's bills against them for that. It would take a lot of cooperation. Yeah, that's the trickiest part. We're at a higher wealth disparity gap than they were right before the French fucking Revolution. It's ridiculous. God damn. We're in a pickle. Just need to let the Native Americans have it back. And I'm partially Native American, but I would like people who are more Native American than me to take over and just actually try and get some stuff done for the people, for the love of God. We just stop buying certain products and do a full tools down things, hit them in the purse. Hit them in the purse is something I doubt would even work anymore. It is like, what we are at a point where it's like, what the hell even will work when like the Epstein file stuff came out and nothing seems to happen, right? At least around these here parts on Predator Island. That French Revolution fact has been true since like March 2016 and has grown. It's just a disgusting situation. All of this grossness on native land. Doritos has just dropped their prices because of 2 years of bad sales. It shows they do respond to loss of income. Interesting. I'm not surprised that they would try to mark up Doritos due to them being popular. Just like, who the hell's gonna, because like eventually the Allies, you know, ended the Nazi regime, right? Like, what the hell are we gonna do over here? Like, dear NATO, come please help. Like, how are we gonna, like, who do we turn to? Yeah, let's see. But they don't respond well to protests. No, if those are snacks, people aren't going to just stop buying actual food. They haven't for years. They injure, hurt, and kill people who protest. The Allies didn't end shit. They exported the Nazis to America. Well, they ended Hitler's regime. But, like, so how the hell do we make that pivot here? And I think it will have to be different, but we'll almost certainly take a certain amount of foreign intervention. This is the normal pattern. Where even internal revolts tend to need to have external backers. Well, whoever it is, better get a move on, because... No, but you can brand target. It's true. They ended the regime, but that was with a world war, and unfortunately, nukes exist now. Yeah, but you can still have a world war with nukes. That's the problem with, with having nukes, is that it's a bit of, like, a game of chicken, and if you just sort of operate under the assumption that the other person would never be insane enough to use nukes, and then that's true for both sides, you can just wage war, and then the nukes no longer matter. Because they wouldn't be allowed to be used anyway, and so the war just happens. An orange man is goddamn insane. Well, that much is undeniably true. Yeah, someone needs to take one for the team on him. I see so many, like, I see so many videos that are just like, the people are like, someone should do it. Someone should do it. And they're like, I'm not saying what, but you know, and someone should. And whoever does will take care of you for the rest of your life. You'll never want for anything, your family, your children. Like, the mood out there is getting... like, I always knew it was feisty and was going to keep getting feisty, but this was we really are at the crowdfunding regime change. Oh man, we would GoFundMe a new regime. The American dream. I'm not smart enough to figure out how, but there are people who are. Yeah. It's not my skill set either. I was born for peace, not for war. Yeah, that person would truly have to run, would probably have to run for their damn life out the country. But yes, Americans would GoFundMe them hard. Yeah. And like they would become legends. They would become heroes. And like Luigi Mangione would look like an appetizer compared to whoever takes out, you know, the current regime. What does this bed look like? Oh my god. How did you know I liked green? He said, wearing everything green. Does it only turn on the lights at night? Yeah, people are helping Luigi, so people would help even more for that. Oh, I love that. Yeah, people would yeah, people were like, Luigi Mangione was with me feeding the homeless when it happened. Like people would absolutely cover for whoever takes out this regime. And that's why so many of these people, so many of these totalitarian rulers are so obsessed with AI and getting AI into robots that can fight you and police you because they want to be able to do this stuff without consequences. Don't let them. No, I don't want that. I want another. Put that away. Yeah. There we go. Oh, I love that plaid bed. Oh, thank you. This is currently where I sleep, but I've got to change houses at some point. You shouldn't place that. There we go. I'm confused, like, why isn't it... Why you not glow? You say you have lights, why you not glow? Well, I think most Americans have reached a place where they are willing to entertain the concept. Yep. Yes, that bed. Yes. Very nice. One of these houses doesn't have a bed yet. I'm tired. The hate can never last. Yeah, the body can only seethe for so long before it becomes exhausted. But you gotta feel the feelings, because repressing the feelings just makes them worse. And if it means you have to stomp around your apartment saying things that make you look and sound like a crazy person, do it. Because otherwise you will become an actual crazy person if you just repress it. I'm just grateful that the walls in this apartment are thicker than the walls in my previous apartment, so that my neighbors don't have to hear me scream and sob when I'm going through my grieving. Because sometimes that'll just happen. No shame in talking to yourself and yelling to yourself. Exactly. But I think it's generally seen as a good thing as far as your mental health. Man, now brain is saying, I want to die like an idiot. I hate those long ago leftovers. Yeah. Yeah, you'll have to sift through a lot of that shit too. It's so much like there's so many times where I've felt that feeling and just been like rolled my eyes at it, like just at my own like I'm like you again. Can't even be fucking mad at it. Just mildly annoyed right now. Literally what I was saying. Just like, oh my god. This fucking guy again. There's too many Nazis left for me to fight. I couldn't possibly kill myself. What Leo would have wanted. Boop. Plus, I like the idea of outliving my abusers. That's another big one. Boop. Oh, this is a nice little cliff area. I gotta leave this one alone. Rock smash? Yes, I can. No. Okay. The Donkey Kong Bonanza portion of Pokopia. Oh. But I have a carrot. Oh my god, the berries. No, my logic is death means nothingness forever, and that's the most boring fucking concept I can think of, and my ADHD brain be going, nope. Yeah. That's why I'm more of a, I hope it's like we get to live forever in the afterlife, and really like hoping for an active afterlife, sort of like my retirement. I have to dig. Also, this is a great ADHD engine because I'm like, I found a little spot and I'm like, I'll just make a little house in here. Now here I am. I'd rather suffer in hell than be bored. Yeah, I don't really buy the nothingness forever version of the afterlife. Like, I'm too bored. But I'm also not one of those, like, do good things in the real world and you'll get into heaven. It's like, do good things in the real world because it's what you should do. Where you go in the afterlife is literally a matter for later. The suffering is in front of you now. Meh, raised by atheists. You have to be aware to be bored. That's true. Just that sounds like hell, though, to just be sitting semi-vegetative in nothingness, unaware. I made a little space. I made a little zone. Okay, I don't have any stairs, but I know I could put a couple stairs here. Oh my. I finished drawing. Oh, awesome. I will find a way to be bored when I die. I believe you all. My ADHD is too powerful to go away. I am hoping for a lack of ADHD and other mental nonsense when I'm in the afterlife. I would just like a little relief. Hey, Persian. Persian? Is it like Persian with an F? Sometimes I pronounce it Fursion, like it's an evolution. The teeth are so upsetting. This would make a very good marketable plushie. At one time. Let me see. I couldn't imagine a life without being mentally. The peace, right? The peace. Just the. For me, also, like without physical pain, that would be a miraculous feeling. Oh, there's stuff over there. Yeah, like Persian with an F. Okay. I was like, my evil guy, but he would be a great plushie. Plushie we could take turns beating up. Yes. This is an emotional venting plushie. Alright, now that I've randomly made a hole over there. Actually, I need to clear this path. This is technically a path. Oh, hold up. I'm getting that thing. Oh, where you've been sitting too long. Ah. And the nerves, my thighs start to go numb. Bruh, imagine if Buddhist monk ideology was the reality, where to reach their heaven, you have to be a Buddhist monk in every lifetime. And I was somehow a Buddhist monk in every lifetime until now. Imagine how pissed I'd be when I die and I get told I fucked up. Oh my God. You gotta, that is an amazing thing to build into your ideology, is to say, hey, if you don't do it at least once in your lifetimes, you're not gonna make it to heaven. What an amazing like subscriber perk in essence. Like, hey, can't get up there unless you're one of us. Funny. Amelia, one moment, I gotta go feed my cats. Like, sorry man, you got dealt a bad blow that life, but rules are rules. Don't see monk here on your resume. Be right back. Sorry about that. There are some theories floating around in quantum physics that suggest that while our personalities are anchored to our biological bodies, our awareness may not be. So you might just be bored after death after all. Nah, I would not be. Because I'm over here like, man, there's so much movies, and TV, and books, and comic books, etc., video games that I haven't been able to engage with or do anything with or play or get to. Like, I would like to either live forever or be conscious forever, just because there's so much to do. So much to see. If nothing else, let me travel as a spirit across the earth so I can see all of the beautiful sights and sounds. Ugh. Let my ghost visit the edge of a beautiful nebula. All right, now watch me beat this, beat up this mountain. Minecraft sand sound. Ah. I can show you the world. Do, 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 do. What? I swear if my awareness isn't anchored to biology, does that mean the others' awarenesses aren't either? Like maybe, just maybe, Annabelle did actually go to Mars? That's what I'm saying, man. What are light years when you are a spirit? Especially if you're moving on a quantum level. Like, scientists also think that the universe might be like a quantum foam full of tiny wormholes. So theoretically, we could be traveling through those wormholes to wherever we want to be. It's possible each personality exists, yes, or I mean, at least it means that part of you was untethered enough that it did indeed visit Mars. Anubis is going to be weighing my heart, and I wouldn't be able to take it seriously, so then it weighs more than the feather. See, that's your problem. You gotta be respectful in the domain of the deity. I would be like, oh my god, it's real. The feather and the scale are real. Oh my god, my heart looks terrible. Self-conscious even in front of Anubis. I would make Anubis weigh his first. That sounds like something that would happen in a myth. Where like just like someone came to Anubis and was like, I want to weigh your heart first. And that's how we kick off this particular tale. All right, I have not repaired. I should repair the street. Your pee-pee is full, Pokopia. Grow up. Just kidding, teehee. I need some of this street brick. Let me see if I go have some. Let me see if I go have some. Let me go see if I have some. Bruh, that'd be wild. But also explain why, when the big split happened, altars that were originally combined, what we originally thought were combined versions of other altars, showed up back to... I mean... Could be your own version of the Big Bang. Oh, yeah. You really, like, it is so worth studying the Big Bang in detail, like, unironically. Oh, did you know we can hear what the Big Bang sounded like? It sounded like... There was a catalyst, you split, and bam, people were born. This is the sound of the Big Bang. How the hell do they know how it sounded? Mr. Kramer took the measurement data of the cosmic microwave background, CMB, from ESA's Planck Space Telescope and converted the energy frequencies into audible sound. He multiplied it by 10 to the 26th so we could hear it. And that's annoying. Yes, correct. Example, Stevani was originally thought to be a combination of Jonathan, Samantha, and Morgan, but now... I mean... Yeah, maybe it's like, oh, maybe Stevani is just their own separate person and always has been. I went back in time, trust. I believe him. He's a very credible clown. Very trustworthy in the community. Ooh, look up how a Tyrannosaurus sounded. T-Rexes couldn't possibly. T-Rex sounded 2020, 2026. Dude. The second one is fucking Freddy Fazbear.
Hollywood made us believe that this
Yeah, what's funny about that is it's more bird-like, and that's part of what makes it scarier. Yeah, well, they are now. I don't know, man. DID be weird, and yeah, it's complicated, but it's there's some beauty to it. As much as it's probably difficult to deal with, I've always seen it as poetic. Bowser laugh sound effect. Well, that's just Bowser. That's a cat's purr. First one was Bowser. Second one was a cat purr with bass boosted. I always hate how they have the T-Rex look. He didn't have teeth showing. Yeah. T-Rex had lips. T-Rex with lips. I'm gonna get some weird search results. But yeah. T-Rex with lips. The last one looking like you defanged a T-Rex. This one just staring you down. It's still, no matter what, it's very unsettling. Yeah, very iguana-like. Yeah, that's what I would say too. Barney just got a bit more realistic. They were giant lizards, duh. Thunderous lizards, you might even say. I've got so many boxes. I was gonna do... Yeah, what was I? Where was I gonna put this? I was gonna put it a place, and now I don't want to put it there. It will all make sense one day. Adjust height. Okay, I made a little cave. And now I'm gonna make it a little bit up. Well, they're not they were not lizards though, they are cousins. I just cannot. They are their own thing. Yeah. What I really love are the ones that are like our relatives but look like lizards. The synapsids. Oh yeah, closer to chimkins. Oh, I could go for some chimkin. Matthew makes himself hungry on stream. Oh, I was gonna do something and this game is perfect for ADHD. But the problem is nothing straightforward gets done. I think this is a habitat. I can hook this up. Okay, we'll do it over here. As I nom on Taco Bell Chimkin Taco. Oh, that sounds delicious. I don't usually get the chicken though. I'm a beef man. Oh, I think this is gonna. It is. It does work, but it's not quite the. It didn't trigger the habitat thingy. So I got it wrong, right? Yep. Yep. It needs to be boxes, proper boxes. Okay, not these. Proper crates, not these. Well, they were in the same tree. They were a thing that no longer exists, sadly. Yeah. I wonder how delicious they were. I say that as a man who is an omnivore but very carnivorous. I'll probably be looked upon poorly by future generations for it, but as soon as they get ethically created chicken and beef and pork, I'll be all there. But until it's delicious, can't help you. I can only eat you. It's not as good. Let's see. It's not as great as the beef, which I've heard is actually horse meat. Still yummy. I mean, that's always the rumor, but it's beef. Taco Bell is always best enjoyed in the Taco Bell, though. I find like that when it's freshest. Matthew, you know how I love dinosaurs. Yes, indeed. I've been obsessed lately with flora, like trees and stuff from that time. Yep, like. Was a bit of just trying to help out. I need young brain cells. Come here a minute. No, no, no. This is what gets you banned. Is trying to steal our brain cells. Can you imagine if that was a real thing we all had to worry about? Hold on, let me get these friggin'. This is where we get into the trickiness of games like these, where it's like, where did I put all of my inventory? Put that stick there. Boop. Hello. Oh, hey, Brianna. Nice to have you here. I hope you're doing well. Well, you don't want these young brain cells. You don't want mine either. How are you liking the game so far? It's very peaceful. Except for the part where that onyx was trapped underground. That part stressed me out. But I'm about to leave Withered Wasteland and head into the next section. I definitely feel the temptation to stay here and keep making things nicer, but because of what you told me, I'm like, okay, apparently I should shift to the next zone for my own good. Oh, you're headed into Pokopia too. I do. Okay. He said that I needed to make sure that I got him before I went and did this, but maybe he'll just get there automatically. You get better inventory stuff later, but that is still my only complaint, having to look in chests. Yeah, having just like a ton of chests. And the inventory management. Fortunately, I'm used to it from having played a bunch of Stardew Valley. Aw. It's rare for me to be banned, but it wouldn't be the first time. Banned for trying to steal my synapses. I can't do leafage in here, but I can do this. This is one of the gate areas in Pokemon. In classic Pokemon games, between zones. Between, like, routes and towns. Oh, he was. Oh, he was fine. He's a rock snake. You could do whatever you want. I know, but I just. Games get me that way. If you want to see what I did with Withered Wasteland sometime, you're welcome to, but don't let me interrupt. Not sure if it'll be this stream, but definitely in the future. Okay, here we go. There he is. Finally. Minecraft. My inventory management in Minecraft was don't delete anything. So much cobble. Oh, I use that inventory method as well. Well, yeah, that's part of my problem. So, to be very clear, it's called hoarding. And sometimes it's strategic and sometimes it's illogical. And we have to use our discernment and the advice of those who love and care about us to let us know which is hoarding and which is strategic. I have 50,000 stacks of cobble. Delete. No, I may need that. If for nothing else, like in Fallout 4, I'll gather lots of ammo for guns I don't need, but that's because I can sell it for like $1 a piece, so it's worth it. It reflects IRL where I don't buy much, but I'll use everything until they're tattered and I gotta throw them out. Yeah, I tend to wear things out as well. Okie dokie. Dealing with my hoarding right now while packing to move. Oof. Yeah. I thought about asking about that, but I was like, that might be a bit sensitive. But like, that is one of the best things about moving, is it's like, it forces you to deal with all those things you've been ignoring. You've just been putting off this whole time. I ended up making stone bricks out of them and rebuilding my home with all stone brick stuff. Damn. Oh my god. Where are we? That Cerulean City? Is this Vermilion? Because everything is indicating that we're in like the first gen games area and it's post-apocalyptic for some reason. Because it's been referencing characters from the first Pokemon games. Are we? Ridge. Hard for me to place this. At least 50% of what we are doing is going through and throwing out and donating my hoard. Yep, that's how it goes. Although for me, I've packed up my hoard. And my hoard's still kind of all around me, and I still need to unpack it. Oop. This is a straight up... This is a full-on town. Damn. We've been dealing with wilderness before, but this is... a straight up town. What's this? Square tiling. My home being a friggin' hole I dug in the ground. I got checked, except I used the F word. It's hilarious. Checked by mods? I feel like I've got really basic cursing sensors on. But Caden's really good at, like, being on top of letting that stuff through. I didn't realize how many dolls I had collected, and I have this thing about having t-shirts. Dare I ask how many dolls and how many t-shirts? So what is this? How do I... Oh. I cut it and it turned into twine. I feel like if I have plenty of t-shirts, I'm safe. Like, I feel if I can grab t-shirts, there's a house fire and all sorts, so I get some kind of safety of having tons of t-shirts. Huh. You can grab t-shirts in a house fire to, like, put out the fires? These are my emergency fire safety t-shirts. I have come up with a recipe for a glossy awning in a creamsicle colors. Dude, it's moderated me when I said arse. I think Caden ain't here. He may be temporarily away. Let me see. See the stream manager. And my thing is I just don't have the stream manager up right now. There we go. See, I can't see them over here in OBS, but I can see the thingamajig over here. Probably just grab cat, put in crate, run, not crate carrier, and run with cat. Yeah, I've got 2 cats, and I'd have to cram each one into a carrier. And that would be each, like, getting past that point would be a miracle, honestly. Like, all right, getting a cat into a carrier is such a pain, let alone 2 of them. Well, I like if I have to run outside, I can grab a t-shirt and not be naked. That's huge. That is huge. Yeah, I always worry about literally an emergency happening while my pants are down. I have almost 2 months worth of t-shirts, 1 a day. 50. Yeah, that's wild. I mean, I have a bunch of t-shirts too, but I've not collected them with the express purpose of fire safety or just general safety. Yeah, I can fix this. Believe it or not, I can't swim. Huh. But can you jump? Just asking. Didn't mean to be an asshole. Just ask it. That's hilarious. Well, we've answered the question of whether or not Ditto can swim. Ditto cannot. Despite surf being a move that Ditto can definitely learn. If I were you, I would get your cats desensitized to wearing a harness. That's a good plan too. You can clip them out into a leash and race out with pets and carriers and get them into the carrier outside. That's not a bad idea. It's just a struggle to get them into harness training. It's gonna be tricky. I remember Leah was trying to harness train her cat Camilla. What is all of this schmutz over here? What is this? What? Leafage. Cut. Spanish. Rototiller? Rock smash? Okay, mysterious. To be honest, if I wake up... Oh, that cute... Yeah, that cute little gif from Brianna. To be honest, if I wake up to a full-on apartment fire or some shit, I'd let my cat escape the home without the carrier. Even if I can't find him again, he's alive. Yeah, but then, like, what if it encounters a predator? Some asshole human? No, I want absolute control over the location of my wild-ass, silly-ass cats. No, straight into the carrier. Can't have you out here just wandering around for hawks and wolves and humans to eat. But I get a feeling of comfort from the shirts, guys. That's sweet. I was standing there earlier with them hanging up, and I just felt this sense of peace with my t-shirts. Aww. That's so sweet. Hmm. That sense of peace is so rare in this wild ass world. I totally agree with that. I'd rather the cat be loose outside. My cat was a stray before he lived with me, so yeah, that's different. My cats were both are both house kitties. Do not have the outdoor fighting capabilities. I mean, I'm sure they could pull it off, but and he was 2 years old when he got here. Oh, okay. I agree, Matthew, but if it turns into a fight or something, I'd rather chuck my pet outside than risk the death. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I'm sure I would do it in desperation in the moment if I somehow can't manage. If I'm sitting there and I'm like trying to put him in the bag and it's not happening, it's like, fuck it. Throw the fucking cat carrier and put the cat on the ground. Go. But I hear you. Yeah, it's... I just want to be able to, like, I got a cat on each shoulder. It's like, boom. Nothing can stop me. These cats are safe. It is best for you to have control, for sure. Yeah, especially because my cats don't fully get along right now. Having... Oh, far-fetched. Hell yes. Having the two of them... panicked and being out of control. Not good. I'm back. I just made a midnight grilled cheese, but it is good to know that in an emergency, like, people won't look down on me if I yeet my cat for its own safety. I'm back. Welcome back. I just made a midnight grilled cheese. That sounds delicious. I should have put in a mashed potato. A baked potato. To be honest, if both your kitties are house pets, they won't go far. I hope so. I like to think so. I'm sorry. This place is nice. Got a burner, got a TV. If only there were we can get electricity eventually? What? Well, I mean, the burner works. That run on gas? What the hell happened around? This is a classic moment of this type of game where my ADHD grips me and is like, you know, I could make a nice house around here, and I start cleaning up. Oh, I think this was a restaurant. Yeah, I think this was a Oh! Some sort of club or something. It's alright, you! What me and Peter do is we have go bags. Something we can grab and go. We have leashes at the ready for the dogs. Right now, we don't have cats. Our go bags have pet supplies and things. I definitely need to get go bags. I've got the carriers ready to go. They're these collapsible ones. One green and one gray. And they've got little pockets for stuff, but having a dedicated go bag would be nice. Especially if it's like, well, I don't have food or litter or anything. I should have emergency food and litter. It would be nice. I have a bag with a water bottle and kitty treats at the front door in case he tries to run off and I can't find him. Good plan. Very good plan. I've been very obsessed with not letting my cats get out, though. It has paid off. Only the little man, Smoke, really has an inclination towards it. He's very curious. But he's also a very anxious little man who always hides whenever anyone comes over. Even when it's people he knows, it takes him like 5 minutes of hiding before he's like, okay, it's safe to go out there. You have a basic go bag. You can grab and exit in 2 minutes. Nice. I gotta ask, have you tried spinning yet? Spinning? In like... While I'm punching? Spinning while I'm doing this. Punch spinning. I can't really do that. I'm trying to do the exact same motion. Just spinning. Wait. Wait. That was awesome. Hold on. And you can press a direction once you're spinning and just be a little ditto tornado. Hell yeah. Oh my god, it's infinite. I have become speed. I am the bay and the blade, the sun and the moon, the left and the right. Oh my god. I did that for like 20 minutes when I figured it out. I couldn't stop laughing. This is awesome. Loud Brianna, you genius. Oh man, what happens if I... Oh my god. Just straight to the bottom. It'll just keep spinning. Water had no impact. We started that because when we moved from Ireland, we had trouble finding a house to buy. We ended up buying a mobile home, and they're like big flammable things. Oh god. Yeah, that makes sense. It's a literal tinderbox, especially depending on what it's made of. Particle accelerator. The small ditto collider. Imagine being so innocent you can laugh for 20 minutes. Never was me. Damn, dude. Even I was innocent enough for that. It probably happened and you forgot. You were having such a good time. I think this is supposed to not bleed into that. So what I'm gonna do... That. Oh. Whoa. That worked? I felt like I unlocked a puzzle in Zelda. I'm just missing the little jingle. Hell yeah. Rats. It's so easy to get distracted in this game, just doing random silly stuff. I love it. Yes, and it has been so perfect for chatting while playing this. Because there really is just like, yeah, I could be doing anything. And I could be wandering anywhere, doing literally anything. Just getting items, sucking up stuff, exploring, getting recipes. There's a little request to do that later. You've just discovered it early. Hell yeah. What the hell is going on with this building? It was full of water. Oh my god. Garbage and recycling belong out of sight. Dispose of refuse. If you look at the first letter, it says Garbador. Vertically. Thanks, Misha. 3rd grade. Shout out to 2005 Mew DS Stylus. Ooh. Damn, that's a classic. Bro, I don't remember before like 7 or 8 years old. By then, all the traumatic shit had started full swing. Yeah, things for me are spotty. I can remember 4 or 5, and then things start getting spotty. And I remember stuff from all the years, but a lot of spikes of horror, and then it some clarity, and then lucky you, my earliest memory was 9 months old. Damn. No, not lucky me, because my earliest memory is of being beaten. Merp. I take it back. That is a bad memory. Meh, lol. Yeah. High five. Some of our earliest memories are of being mistreated. I can't remember before like 4, I think. Yeah, that's normal. There's always that like moment you have in the mirror where you're looking at yourself at like 4 or 5 or so, and you're just like having that moment where self-awareness is like, I'm a person. Is that me? Well, I would never beat you. Yes, we don't beat people around here unless it's in a video game. Most people start remembering around 4 or 5. That makes sense. I had self-awareness at a very young age. That seems like a curse. And they're always handing out these. Nice. I wonder what town this is. Oh, hello. Oh, well, shit. Oh, probably has something to do with all the water. Right. That's why they gave us this. There we go. Just gotta fix the local plumbing problem. Call me Mario the way I be solving things here. Remember standing in my crib to look at the TV because Yo Gabba Gabba was playing in the living room. How old were you? I'm just sorry you have to know me. What are you doing, you silly goose? I'm having a rough evening. Oh, I can't use this without Professor Tangrowth. God damn it. Probably something to do with my neurodivergence, but I have no facts to back that up. It's just a feeling. Yeah, that level of self-awareness that early is definitely not normal. And probably, I don't know if it's evolutionarily necessary, especially because of how traumatizing those early years are with fusion. There's probably a very good reason most people don't remember until 4 or 5. I'm not sure how old I was, but I was still in my bigger crib before I got a small bed. I'm starting to wonder, like, I don't know. Maybe some of my memories are older than I think, because so many of my memories are of, like, watching TV and movies. Yeah. Calm Chaos Collective, are you alright? Are you experiencing sad boy hour? We all do it. My memory kicks in a little before my surgery that allowed me to actually sleep at night. I think because of the surgery and resulting sleep I got, I was able to actually commit those short-term memories to long-term. Interesting. Did you have like a traumatic surgery, or was it just like a memorable surgery? Yo, can I get this Ditto for Super Smash Brothers, actually? Can I request this character for Smash Brothers? Please? Can I please have that? I don't care how the character looks, but the Ditto from Pokopia needs to be in Smash Brothers. This is my... I'm using this footage as a clip as part of my campaign to get Ditto from Pokopia into Smash Brothers, because I just think that makes sense. I was born into stress and pain, so it probably had an effect on me and burned things into my memory. Same. My mom was sick and in distress when I was born. Um, Apparently that's part of what can cause generalized anxiety in the long term and ADHD as well. I love it when the water works again and it starts to hydrate stuff. Was the surgery? My memory kicks in a little before my surgery that allowed me to actually sleep at night. I think because of the surgery and the resulting sleep I got, I was able to actually commit those short-term memories to long-term. It's the surgery that removed the blockage that made me unable to properly sleep for 7 years. So, like, it was a great thing. I was born with inflamed tonsils and no one caught it till I was like 8. That's funny. I got my tonsils taken out when I was 2, but that's because they nearly killed me. I had to be air medevaced because I was sick and they were preventing me from being able to breathe. So I had that surgery when I was really young, but like I woke up too early during it. And so I had like a serious shock from that. So that's another factor in my busted nervous system. I feel like even though I have a really hard time with mean people in school, I should be grateful. Yeah, not to make things, not to minimize what you go through, Brianna, but I am glad that most of the worst people in your life are at school and not at home. I remember my first, let's see, pull up. But yeah, mean people in school is not something to be minimized. Even people with good home lives can be absolutely devastated by bullying at school. But at least you don't have to deal with bullies at home. The research is still not fully realized, but humans do have genetic memory. Yeah, I feel the weight of my ancestors' trauma, that's for goddamn sure. I remember my first bed, it had Dora the Explorer blanket on it, and it had a little wooden bit to keep me from falling out that went halfway across. Aww. That's so cute. I'm trying to see if I even have memories that old, and I cannot summon that. My firstborn had bad tonsils. Oh, and they fought me since he was under 2, but I fought for him. Saw specialists and had them removed. They cut off his breathing and made him throw up. As a firstborn who had bad tonsils and had to be medevaced in a helicopter to the local hospital to get his tonsils removed as an emergency, you did the right thing, and thank you for advocating for your child. Yeah, well, all the doctors would tell mom, spank them more or let them cry, or they're just yanking your chain and no one actually checked. It's just insanity. That's just insane. You've just described an insane thing. An insane thing that lunatics would say. Just the lack of, I don't... That doctor should be fired, at least. All of those doctors, yes. Mama was in the military and they refused to refer me. And he did so much better once they were removed. Good Lord. I have a few memories of I have a few memories of being really young, and then I don't remember a lot of things from 7 to 14. They tried to put us off, but we fought for him and won. It wasn't until we got to the States and Dad got a job with insurance that we could afford docs. Damn. Yeah, my mom was in the medical she did accounting, bookkeeping for medical providers, so the insurance she had was typically good. I didn't realize how lucky I was in that. afford civilian docs, that is. Yeah, that's got to be so scary when it's like, I know if a problem exists and needs to be fixed. I know what the solution is, but like, it's a question of whether or not I can get a doctor to see reality. That's just so wild. Mama had military insurance, which only covers military doctors. Literally out of network. Me and my husband are dealing with a lot of medical neglect. Oh, I'm so sorry. Despite making a good living, we have struggled to access all the health care we need. I mean, you're in Texas. Like, the struggle for services is going to be real on every level. I'm so sorry. Unless what you need is 10-gallon hats, in which case you are overserved. For lots of reasons. I'm so sorry. I'm glad that y'all are moving, and I hope that things are better off in where you're headed. Because some states really are like living on a different planet right now. Some of it's been financial, some of it's been lazy doctor, some of it's been our own apathy or fear. Happens with everyone. Look at all the people who avoid going to the dentist. But as long as you're looking at it and getting it taken care of now, like I'm hassling my mom on getting her medical stuff taken care of. Like, and I gotta get my medical. So we all need to be hassling each other. That's community. That's looking after each other, is hassling each other. Did you go to the doctor? Did you get that tested? Merp, I'm just hella grateful to have Medicaid in a state that seems to care about its people. Same. I haven't had a job for, God, I think August 2024. And I've had Medicaid, and I haven't paid for a medicine or an appointment since then. At all. And I got monthly meds. So that's a huge relief. I'm going to therapy appointments and paying absolutely nothing. Like, sorry, I'm just counting my blessings there. I was like, oh, thank God. Well, I'm told the new policy we are getting in NC is so much better, and we will be half the time in New Jersey. Nice. I was wondering where the policy would actually be. Very glad you have Medicaid as well. You should have it. I believe having access to healthcare is a right you should have. Absolutely. Basic human right. Absolutely. The most basic of basic human rights. And because this country is a scam, of course, we don't have it. Or at least not consistently in every place. Mama got me on it at 18. I didn't go to school on my 18th birthday. We made a day of it, and she got me SSI and Medicaid law. That's awesome. That's really cool. I hope you did something fun later. I mean, that's fun and good, but I hope you also did something fun. I don't even know what I did for my 18th birthday. The policy will be in North Carolina. Gotcha. And it'll be valid for when you're in New Jersey, too? That's something I always worry about. Like are there roaming fees on this plan? Where? I walked into that fucking SSA office with a binder of evidence, all my documents from the time I was 3 years old till 18. Lol, that poor fucking SSA clerk. She was like, I will not get denied. This child is getting seen, I swear to God. I've got binders full of documents. Hell, if pushed to tell you what I believe is you should get basic income, a roof over your head, healthcare, education. Yep. Yep. I mean, that covers so much. That enables so much opportunity. Oh, I just sat there and drowned like a dork. Can I use beach sand? Wow. I can fix this with beach sand. Don't really feel like I should, though. Just seems too fun. If you want luxuries or freedoms of choice, then you have to get a job or find a way to barter or whatever, but the basics should be covered. Yeah, you should be able to just exist without having to worry about it. But this country is full of people that profit off of everyone being exhausted and overextended and poor. We could start with children, encouraging them to explore things and find out where they excel. Get a little Montessori about it, too. But yeah, the one size fits all, like, thing that we've got going on with our current education system is a nightmare. I mean, I remember that clerk's reaction so clearly. She rifled through the first few pages, said, looking at all this, you're approved, and gave us directions to the main office where they check your finances. She was like, if someone wants to audit this, they can, but it's not going to be me. If you want to question them on this, you can. Oh. Oh, rock smash works. Okay. I guess metal is a rock? Hold up. Hold up. Is metal a rock? No, no, no. No, no, no. No, not to you. No. But could you count, like, okay. Is a bar of steel technically a rock? Okay. I don't know if I believe the fucking AI, though. Aggregates, okay. Okay, not a rock. So, I don't know how I feel about using Rock Smash. And if a kid has to try 500 things to find something they want to do, then that's what it takes. Hell yeah. I love that. Schools that need huge improvements. Also, what the hell is this? The Team R Grunts Journal number 3. Hayden, if you were wondering whether or not Team Rocket's in this, it is. Team Rocket. Matt is like, this is not Metal Smash. Look, all I'm saying is these aren't rocks, okay? That's a beam of, that's a steel beam. It is not a rock, technically. Oh, hold up. Hold up. We're in an ad break, and I need to stretch anyway. 1 second. Okay. 30 more seconds. I gotta cosplay James so bad. What's page 2? Ah, the suspense. A mere 15 seconds. But this, I am reading this, and it does sound like a page out of Caden's journal if he was a rocket. One good thing and one bad thing happened to me today. The good thing was that I got assigned to a special mission by the boss. Our boss really knows how to pick people for special missions. I can do well on this. I'll climb the ranks to exec in no time, maybe. The bad thing is that the mission itself seems really hard and kinda annoying. Suspense broken. Friendship ended with my son, and now Corbeau is my best friend. Silver's like, when did you start your friendship with me? He wants me to gather all kinds of things. In a time like this, food, furniture, what else? Anyway, just lots of stuff. I'm just a little grunt and don't have any underlings of my own, so it's a big ask. I'm just trying to figure out the absolute easiest, low-energy way to complete this mission. The most Team Rocket message I've ever seen. I'm just going around collecting things and reading stuff. I'm being very chill. Like, before I was like trying to figure out where to put all these Pokemon, and now I can just explore a little. Whoa, 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 whoa. That's new. Whoa, where'd the cube come from? Whoa, whoa, what is this? A Pikachu fountain. Pikachu's surfing on a big wave. Light it up to give the surrounding area an electrifying atmosphere. What did I tell you about that surfing Pikachu? Wow. Okay, that was startling because I hadn't seen it do this like dotted lines cube thing before. It's like, whoa, 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 whoa. Surfing Pikachu, yes. Where the hell am I? I keep thinking that this is the Gen 1 map, but I'm not certain. I'm wondering if this is pulled from multiple places. Do we exist in a between space? Shout out to Pokepark Surfing Pikachu and Balloon Pikachu. It's gonna end up being one of the shorts from the previous stream. Oh, right. I filled in a bridge, but it wasn't the bridge that he wanted me to fill in. Oops. No, no, that's not. Damn it, damn it, damn it, damn it. Okay. Now we spin. Just position. Doot, 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 doot. Oh. Now that's the Matthew I've come to know to appreciate. Not this jackass who went and fixed some other bridge and left me here hanging. That's the Matthew I hate. Hey, look at all those yappy dogs. Oh, they're cats. Yappy cats. I was seeing Corgi. Wait, is Theodore a cat altar? This new? I tried to do a but it came out. I don't even know what these Pokemon centers do in game aside from look awesome. Challenge day. The Bleak Beach? Why are all of these environments named like series of unfortunate events books? The Withered Wasteland, the Bleak Beach, the Ursat's Elevator. God. Lemony Snicket books. Lemony Snicker. Snicket books. You didn't have these. I feel bad for you. I just want to see these titles. The bad beginning, the reptile room, the wide window, the miserable mill, the austere academy, the ersatz elevator, the vile village, the hostile hospital, the carnivorous carnival, the slippery slope, the grim grotto, the penultimate peril, and the end. Yeah, the next one, it's feeling like the next area is going to be the vile village. I'll have to see what Pokemon I can nurture there. Daddy, T-Rex with lips or without. The reptile room is what I call my room, and the carnivorous carnival as well. That's hilarious. That'd be a great name for your island. The carnivorous carnival. Leave it to me. The bleak beach. I swear to God. Those the names of these areas. I'm sorry, this Meowth just manifested out of nowhere. Who are you? Oh man, I want a 3D printed Pokedex. I know like you sleeping so long. That was not fun. Ah. The alters are cycling. Well, I hope you're feeling better and you don't have too bad a headache. If gingerbread men are gingerbread and their houses are made of gingerbread, does that make the man made of house or the house made of man? I think it means they're both made of gingerbread, and I have completely bypassed your binary choice. Yes, cycles, many, sad face, by default. Well, I hope things get better at 1 in the morning. What is the lore here? I wouldn't say I'm not lonely. Where's the shack? Let me show you. What's this shack that you've... Oh, wow. I already... It's not flooded. That's me. I fix things. Matthew's been blocking the flow of water here and there, so that must have helped it drain away. Yep. Actually, I've a real bad phobia of water damage of places. Just kind of grew up with that in the house, and it's just, I don't know, it's always so distressing. That's so funny. I was like, the previous area, I was like, make it rain. In this area, it's like, please stop the water. Previously, give us water. This one, no more water. No more water. I'm so glad it's the weekend. Me too. Oh, I forgot to mention, I'm gonna see Super Mario Galaxy tomorrow with my mom and my brother in 3D. I don't know what I'm gonna do on Sunday. I'll probably talk with them tomorrow about it, but we're gonna see Super Mario Galaxy. You know how sometimes fast food places will accidentally put in like an onion ring or something with your fries? I have a weird fear of the food that's not supposed to be in it. Really? Of like receiving food that you weren't supposed to? Like is it a negative experience for you when that happens to you? I mean, it's not what you ordered. I like it when, and shout out to my local eateries, but I like it when you get the best version of an accident like that, which is like an extra fries or extra chicken nuggets, extra chicken tenders. Bonus onion ring though, that's what I'm saying. I don't like when I get the random food with my fries. Gotcha. That's very autistic of you, and I mean that in the most non-derogatory way possible. Oh wait, I can just water him and he's okay with it? That's hilarious. It's because he's I think he's Tingle is just grass, right? Or is it grass water or grass poison? Okay, hold up. Tangela Pokemon. For some reason, my brain just thinks this food isn't supposed to be here, and so it must be cold or gross. That makes sense. It shouldn't be here, and so something must be wrong with it. Oh, pure grass type, and then I think Tangrowth, also pure grass type. And then Professor Tangrowth. I never thought we'd be here with Professor Tangrowth. Man, damn it! Now I want like a burger and it's 11 at night, and I'm over here like, you know what would be good? A burger and onion rings. First. Let me see. Oh! I didn't realize that you'd... Now I want a double chocolate Klondike. Ooh, sounds really good. Brianna, I didn't realize you'd posted it in Pokopia. Where the hell? Collecting the Pokemon dolls in the background. Oh my god. Yo, that Arcanine though. I love how, hold on, let me pull this over here. I love how circular this Eevee's head is. Looks like if you took an Oddish and made it into an Eevee head. I want a root beer float. Hell yeah, root beer floats are so good. Root beer I love so much. And then, oh, this is so funny. So this doll here in the middle, Brianna, that is from the original game. It's a doll used in a move called Substitute. They would also use it as just a generic Pokemon doll, but it's such a specific reference. Pokemon doll Gen 1. What would it be? Is it Pokedoll Gen 1? Not Clefairy doll. Substitute. That's what we should put in. Yes, the Substitute doll. Sometimes I've seen it just called a Pokedoll. So that's why I was a little confused at the beginning. But yeah, that's really cute. And then look at this Pokemon washing machine. I hope that you open the top of it and put your clothes in to dry. Or maybe that's where you put all your detergents. Fluffy Eevee. Oddish, I think you mean walking grass, like the fake Pokemon card. I already told Brianna that I liked the substitute doll. Oh, I'm sorry. The decoy plush. Yeah, sorry. I didn't scroll that far down. I just whoop, locked in. It's a very I swear to God I've made this bedroom in Animal Crossing. Specifically New Leaf using the minimalist set. Yeah, that Arcanine is so cute. It's just a washing machine. The thing on the top is a Pokeball lamp. It's just not turned on. That makes more sense. I'm over here trying to invent functionality. It's a cute one. Yeah, it's a classic. I don't have a ton of furniture yet, so I'm just throwing things in there. But I had to put the dolls. They're really adorable. And they're like, show the dolls to Drifloon. And I'm like, why? So we can take them? No, these are mine. The Arcanine I was surprised by. We don't usually, like all the other Pokemon we usually are kind of classic for Pokedolls, but I don't think I've ever seen an Arcanine. He doesn't take them. Okay. I'm always so worried. But you can go to these islands that reset daily, so you can take all the resources or whatever you want from the island. Different dolls, different islands. Gotcha. So that's their solution for like Nook Mile Islands. Because it was the same idea of like an island that you can just visit and take whatever you want. Peace out. Yeah, I had the opportunity to get one, but then I didn't. I got water on that book like a monster. It basically, but the reset is daily, so you can return to the island for the rest of the day. Really? So you can only visit once? You can only visit a cloud island once a day? I wish I remembered what the fake Slakoth card I had said. I don't, lazy vermin. Crap. I didn't read that. I recorded it. I'll have to read it later. Wait. There's just immediately someone here? Oh. One of my, not least favorite, but like, one of my like, I don't feel like we put in a lot of work designing this one, guys. I don't know. I just don't, I don't know. Whatever the design is, I don't see it or feel it. It probably said like lazy sloth, which is hilariously redundant. No, you can visit 1,000,000 times in the day, but the island resets tomorrow. So like if you destroyed half of it getting resources, it will be a new island the next day. Oh. Thank you for telling me that. That's fascinating. So different dolls, different islands, but the islands do reset. They don't completely randomize, but they do reset. So they're not totally random like with Nook Mile. I got 5 seashells from the fountain. You know how it goes. Oh snap, more. Boop. Boop. Filthy hedge seed. The problem is I get to this point and I get a little overwhelmed at all the possibilities and like all the stuff I can do and all the Pokemon I need to move. And Drifloon won't steal your doll, you get it back. Okay. Thank you, that's good to know. Oh, I did the bare minimum and I have upgraded Bleak Beach. Okay, the main ooh! Further increases the number of items you can hold in your bag. Oh my god, always get your storage upgrades, people. Always get your storage upgrades. Relocation kit. Oh, interesting. Brick steps. The perpetual mess habit hint. Okay, these ones are really cheap. I didn't trust Drifloon until I had 3 EVs that he didn't take it, and I was like, oh, phew. I love how you were like hoarding them, and you're like, I need at least 2. 1 for Sylveon and 1 for Glaceon. You can have 1. I love that. Right, let's see. What is this habitat? Oh, perpetual mess. Oh my god, why is this just my apartment right now? Cardboard boxes and toys. God. Damn it. I feel called out. Shaded beach habitat hint. Blah. I guess I should say hi or something. I'm just exasperated with all these people in this place. Head place, that is. Nona. Hello. I hope things are going all right up there. Sounds like things have been a little rough. Sand hut. It looks like a little sand igloo. The tire toy, the cast form weather charm. Okay. There's nothing. I want the recipes. That's my big thing. The berry basket recipe. Other than just buying it. Oh! And then a plate recipe. Yeah, oh. Okay. I'm fully broke. Wait. But I unlocked more of these, so I'm no longer broke. I immediately have more. So I can now buy more. I don't even know what to get. EP up. Bed feels so good. Oh, right. God. Wait. Blah. It's blah. Splits happening or some stuff. I don't know. I think they're overreacting. Apparently there was just spent some time. A mushroom streetlight? Okay. Mushroom streetlight. I do be feeling good. Ugh. See, the problem is, I could keep playing this. Or I could go to bed. Although, even if I go to bed, I will still be playing this. Dang it. Locked. Oh, wow. We've got different pages. Dude. Oh, this is interesting, too. Wait. Does that mean there are more moves than just this? I haven't really taken a look around here. There's a giant hill with a building on top. Sometimes I have to listen to bedtime stories for my brain to actually shut off. Yeah, for me lately, it's been a lot of Fallout lore videos and Smosh as far as what I'm listening to as I go to bed. Sometimes I'll listen to some sciencey stuff, but then it tends to get a little serious, and then I'm like, I'm not really resting here. Ooh, Cacnea. Honey Day. Oh, that makes sense. It's funny how winking at a guy can short circuit his brain. Lol, I pulled a wink at Tyler and he don't know what to think. It's like, what are your intentions? Place a register where you wish to do business and power it with electricity. Prepare a table to place your wares on. Recruit staff for the store. I'm sorry, can I make my own stores in this? Like, I really feel like a lot of features are just waiting to be unlocked in this game, and it's really like drip feeding me bits and pieces as it like slowly. Utility poles? Use these to collect electrical generators to machines and send electricity over long distances. Yeah, they're ramping up to a more complicated type of setup. Whoa, whoa, whoa. It's a Smeargle. I'm intentionally not answering certain questions to not spoiler too much. I appreciate that. I'm just like theorizing out loud. What's funny is Fallout 4 also has a whole electricity system. So it's really funny that I'm playing two different versions of the same kind of vibe, which is post-apocalyptic rebuilding. Look at this Smeargle. I've been using the Moshi Monster Sleep app because it has stories about stuff from the game. I'm sorry, was there an official Moshi Monster Sleep app? We're both 16. I mean, he is kind of cute, bleh. We'll see, love. We shall see. All right, Smeargle. Ah, I hunger. Ah, true artist. Art is hunger. Would you like a carrot or a lepa berry? I'm sorry, he has a mustache that's just paint. He's got a little French mustache made of paint. I literally have 100 lepa berries on me, man. Oh, okay. I'll hold on to it. Smeargle. This Pokemon secretes multicolored bodily fluids from the tip of its tail that it uses as paint. It hopes to paint the landscape of its birthplace someday. That's so cute. There is. The app technically costs money for a subscription, but you can just delete your account and keep having free trials. That is the way. That's the way we do things around here. Also, I love that the normal icon here is, I hadn't noticed, it's just it's basically like a little bear head. Little circle with two little ears on top. I hadn't noticed. Just a little bear. The Smear Guru. Bring me a smashed up lepa berry. You might want to ask a Pokemon who can crush things with a mortar and pestle icon. That's new. I'm sorry, Pomot is who we brought in for this? What the hell? As a Pokemon fan, this game can be really disorienting in like a good way. Where I'm like, I wasn't expecting A, Pomot, or B, for it to have the ability to crush things in a mortar and pestle style. Oh, Team R Grunt's journal number 2 has been added to your human records. We have the super creative and cute Pokemon, and then the cheap Pikachu clone. Which cheap Pikachu clone? You're gonna have to be more specific. Oh, and here's another Team R Grunt letter. Read in the voice of Caden. Team R is building a top secret warehouse. I want to help out a bit today and got covered in sand. It kind of sucked. A bunch of smart looking people were there too, like scientists and engineers and all that. It kind of freaked me out. But it's pretty cool that our boss has so many different people on call like that. Team R was actually really infamous in Kanto back in the day. But our boss at the time, we disbanded the whole organization. Our new boss restarted things, and now we're back. I really respect our current boss. We're all baddies and villains, but he totally gets us. I'm gonna be his loyal underling forever. Pomot. Yes, you're right. Pomot is... I mean, I like the electric fighting typing, but it is not an interesting or creative evolutionary line. And I love electric types, so the fact that I have this opinion is devastating for Pomot. Except I like sand. In the one historical inaccuracy. Just cleaning up the beach. I got a recipe for a walkway. Wooden enclosure. There's literally so much to see and do in these places. Like... And then you have to leave them in an imperfect state to move on to get more stuff unlocked. And then come back to the previous places with more tools and powers. But like... Also, that letter could have been in Wacko's voice too. She could have easily have done that as well. Yeah. Let's see. Okay. So I can... Ooh, I can only jump for a little bit. What is this building on the hill? Is it a lighthouse? Trace of a Pokemon. Ooh, if it's a lighthouse, does that mean there's an Ampharos at the top of that lighthouse? Do they have... I'm really excited all of a sudden. I love Ampharos. Is there an Ampharos at the top of the lighthouse? Like in Gold and Silver? Because that would be really cool. Also, tropical vibes with an Execute and a Gloom. And then... oh man, I really hope... Alright. I gotta check and get to the top. Just getting random stuff. I have so many recipes. Go to the top of this. Oh, whoa, Pecha berries. Hell yeah. It's not a rock, but I'll... Oh, whoa, whoops. I didn't mean to break those iron sticks. There we go. You know, I'm tired when I don't even want to talk about Wacko's lore for fun right now. Yeah, that is wild. Because that was very wacko, a very wacko letter, honestly. Recipe for a spotlight. Dude, there's gonna be an Ampharos up here. We're gonna be able to get an Ampharos up here. I can feel it in my bones. Only there were electricity. Man, they put a lot of work into this. Friggin' windmill. Dear God. It's moments like this where, like, you have that Breath of the Wild moment where it's like, this game is so big. Can little old me even explore a tenth of this? And it's like, you dump enough hours in it, the answer is yes. I can't wait to get my alpha shiny Ampharos so I can name it Candy. That would be awesome. I love it. I love the cotton candy Ampharos line. Oh, wait. This game is huge. It's... I expected it to be big, but every time I I have moments of these where I really drink it in. I'm like, this is bigger than I thought it would be. And am I even smart enough to handle all this? And where will I put all these Pokemon? Now I want to make environments for various electric Pokemon to live in here. Wait, is that just a vending machine? What is this? Oh, honey. Okay. I do just love the random post-apocalyptic vending machines. Just in literally any game. They're like piñatas. What is this? Oh, no, my first thought was this is like a Pokeball thing. There's only 5 when the typical trainer thing is 6. I don't stress about it. I think about it like how in Animal Crossing it felt like a lot to do, but you get to the end and you're like, aw, I wish I could decorate even more. This gives you so much space to work with at your own pace. Okay. I appreciate that. Thank you. There's so many Pokemon. That's the other thing is there's like so many Pokemon I want to move in, be here, but this place is all jacked up. I want to make it nice before they move in. Just like, oh, there's so much to do, so much to see. Oop. Finally, some real rocks to smash. That's really satisfying. Whoa. Through sheer coincidence, we have stumbled upon the mossy Snorlax. I just want Pokemon friends. I was saying this to Brianna. This is somehow, despite me being into Pokemon since the very beginning, this is the first Pokemon game where I can talk to the Pokemon in English. Like, I skipped all the Mystery Dungeon games. I skipped Pokepark and all that. Like, I don't know how I did it, but this is the first time. And I'm just really happy. I'm just like, because it's just, everyone's so nice. They're my neighbors. Like, you don't have to do everything right away. You can work on any little piece you want at a time. Thank God. Let me place. Let me place Barry. It won't let me place it. Not finding stuff earlier than the quests again. You're gonna play Pokepark or else. One day, if it comes out, if we get an updated version. And you're like, you use Dolphin, and I'm like, my PC can't run OBS and a game at the same time. But one day, Matt finding stuff earlier than the quests again. Yeah, and it won't let me activate him. It's like, you can activate me when it's actually time. Like what I did in Withered Wasteland was a lot of focus in a section, but most of the map is still a mess. Well, yeah, there's that opening middle section where you start, where the majority of my Pokemon are living, and that's the most put together. But even then, that's a totally chaotic mess, and I want to like scrap it and start over. Or but I mean, really what's going to happen is I'm going to move people out to the various neighborhoods and such. It's not going to happen. There's no way they'll make a remaster for that game. It's that kind of whining and pouting that will ensure that one gets made, just to make you look like a silly little goose. All right, well, it is 11:30 at night here. 1:30 for some of y'all. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate it. I don't know if I'll stream this weekend. Maybe, maybe not, but definitely not tomorrow. I will be seeing Super Mario Galaxy. I will let y'all know how I feel. Do I have a movies channel? I should make a movies channel. I know, that's why I'm saying it. You're trying to whine it into existence. I know how that feels. I complained about Animal Crossing for years until we got New Horizons, and then I whined about the update for years until we got it. No spoilers. I still got to see it. I won't spoil you. I'm not a spoiler like that. But yeah, if y'all get a chance, you should probably go see it. I can't say one way or the other, but if it's good or not yet, but I love Super Mario Galaxy. I know those games are good. So go play those if nothing else. But yeah, I think I should get some sleep, and by get some sleep, I mean play Pokopia for another couple hours before I finally zonk out. But yeah, thank you everyone for being here. I appreciate y'all. Thank you to Brianna and her father for getting me this. This has been a real game changer as far as my peace and wellness. I'm really grateful for y'all. Damn it, Caden, stop squishing Luigi's. You left two Luigi's unsquished. And then you mercilessly squished one in front of them like a monster. I only squished one. Okay, Israel. Just kidding. I don't want to mess with you that bad. But Luigi squishing fool. I love how most my emojis are most used for squishing Luigi's at this point. I'm so glad you're enjoying the game. Thank you. It's been delightful, especially now that I know that some of my favorite Pokemon are in it, like Elekid and Slowking. I almost said Eleking and Slowking. It's two very different Pokemon. Oh, maybe they'll do that one day. Not Slowkid, though. Eleking I could see happening. Slowkid I don't think is happening. But yeah. Ad starts in 2 minutes. I think not. We're going to end this before the ad shows up. But yeah, thank you for being here for this 3-hour stream. I appreciate y'all. I shall see you either maybe Sunday, but definitely Monday. Until then, y'all be kind to yourselves and each other. Stay strong. Sorry, that music's so pleasant.